Heidi
Yes.
ho! Heidi ho!
King
Yes.
Ty is in the building. What took you so long to get ready, Ty? I don't understand what you mean by I need to get set up. All you have to do is put your AirPods in.
My AirPods needed a little bit of juice, you know? I had to let them drink some juice before they joined this cult-like podcast.
Ah, yes, that's right. Ty is an owner of the first gen AirPods.
And they require a little bit more TLC than your, maybe
Yeah.
your like more cutting edge, the AirPod Pros that you're working
hmm
with. See, I got no pros around here. We're all my AirPods still have their amateur status.
It's a
hmm
verified amateur AirPod. And by TLC, do you mean time left charging?
You are so fast with the acronyms. That is unbelievable. I don't know how you do it.
Oh boy.
uh,
Well,
yes, they require the
Ty,
juice. Yep.
I'm just glad that you found some time to record with me today and charge your AirPods because we have some devastating news coming out of a Subway today.
Do we? Oh, Subway, the transportation platform, or Subway, the sandwich franchise,
I
or
mean, I
both?
don't know. You tell me, Ty, because I'm reading a headline here that says several gassed by gunmen in NYC subway attack. So
Yeah.
I think someone might have ordered the tuna.
Mm. Yeah, I saw this trending on Twitter as well, and I immediately perked up. I just assumed that there was another like problem with a tomato or perhaps some fake chicken,
A
but no,
sandwichuation.
a sandwichation. But it seems it's simply just the Subway most people are talking about. Most people don't refer to Subway as the sandwich, you know? They're talking about Subway,
Mm.
the transportation method.
Yeah, we are lucky here in Canada to refer to our transit system as either transit or SkyTrain. And
hmm
so whenever someone says subway, we immediately assume it's the sandwich parlor.
hmm
Um, but
In a
Ty,
way, yeah, Subway culturally appropriated mass transit in a way.
hmm it's either, like in terms of SEO strategy, it's putting all your chips in, and I'm not talking about Lay's.
No, yeah, risky move to try to take on big transit. Literally mass transit. That's who they're
Yeah,
taking on for the number one Google ranking.
yeah,
they're
literally
play
mass transit.
they're
Wow.
pretend they're going up against the Wikipedia page for the subway.
But so much shit happens on the subway in New York that it's trending all the time, right? Like there's always
hmm
like a rat crawling up someone's leg or a homeless guy like leaning on your shoulder or someone doing backflips playing a trumpet. Like there's
Yeah,
always
people
something going
riding
on.
naked, people getting in like
hmm
boxing matches.
Yeah, people eating their sandwich like off the floor in the
Yeah,
train.
weird fits. There's always weird fits on the subway.
Hello?
Hey Eric, what's up? Easy E.
What happened?
I don't know. Where'd you go?
Did it cut out?
I think it cut out.
God damn it. When?
I said something about there being some crazy fits on the train, and then you never responded.
Oh no, what was the last thing I said?
I don't fucking know, man. I'm on my own shit here. You monitor you, I'll monitor me.
Um, all right. Well, Ty, I was saying
This wouldn't
that's
be like an 8-bit podcast if there wasn't one technical difficulty throughout.
hmm I mean, that does happen when we record after office hours,
Mm-hmm.
when my calendar is, open and it's wild and free like the lettuce in the bin.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happens. I get random phone calls and it interrupts our recording, Ty, but you know what? Whoever is listening to this podcast, they're gonna hear it all because it's too late in the day for me to give a shit about editing this thing.
Hell yeah. Editing this podcast at this time of day, that's a stretch goal, Eric. That's the podcasting equivalent of putting 5 sauces on your sandwich. Like, good luck getting
Mm-hmm.
there, man. Shit's getting sloppy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But I was saying, Ty, that so much shit happens on the subway train that well, subway in New York, I should say, that it's always trending on Twitter, right? There's always like
hmm
tweets if
hmm
you just search subway, like there's always hella tweets about it, right? And
hmm
if subway is in the trending topic list, like all the time,
hmm
someone might see that and be like, "Wow, Subway's doing great. I'm gonna invest in Subway."
Right, because they're not double clicking in, right? They just read the headlines. They just read the
No,
promoted tweets.
exactly. Their ears might perk up just like ours.
Yeah. And that's really interesting. So do you think that this affiliation to mass transit is working out in Subway's favor, or do you think it actually causes more challenges than good things?
I think it's definitely working in its favor. Like every time I bring up Subway, people always ask me like, "Are you talking about the transit authority in New York, or
hmm
are you talking about the sandwich? Are you talking about the sandwich shop on down the street?"
Damn, damn. They really are two sides of the same sandwich, two sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
You can't have one without the other.
Yeah, but Ty, I'm curious what this gunman ordered for him to have such, bad gas that not only did he gas everybody in the subway, but he shot up everyone too. Like, think about this.
hmm
Subway is a Blue Lives Matter stronghold.
hmm
And so there's always like a number of firearms inside of a subway at any given time. So I'm not surprised. I'm shocked and disappointed, but I'm not surprised that this happened.
Yeah, I think there's like probably I'm no detective, Eric, but there's 3 things that would cause a gunman to act this way. One is obviously mental illness. We're going to rule that out right away. The second one is a like a crippling crypto portfolio. Seeing all that red might inspire you to go make some more red, if you know what I mean.
It was a bad day for Bitcoin today, Ty. I'm all too familiar.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're connected, but they might be connected, you know? If it looks like a
Goddamn.
foot long, smells like a foot long, it might be a foot long. But
Exactly.
the third
And
and
and it gives you
probably
the shits.
it gives you the shits, yeah. And speaking of shits, I think the third and most probable reason for this gunman to act this way was a bad lunch.
Mm. Well, Ty, I'm with you. I think we can't rule out number four though, is the frontline worker behind the sneeze guard was not willing to give gunman slash terrorist his bathroom key.
Mm,
He
yeah,
said
that's
he said, you know what? No, you're gonna ruin our bathroom. I can't let you in there. Um,
go gas up the subway.
yeah, he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna gas up the subway.
He's gonna go gas up a different subway. Damn. That
Damn,
I could
exactly.
see how like okay, you got 12 inches of sandwich in you. Your tummy's not feeling so good. You got the grumblies, and all you
Hmm.
need is just like a few minutes in the can. Like it would
Yeah,
be quite
exactly.
triggering, literally, to be denied that, especially as a paying customer of the way. I personally
Hmm.
don't. I don't dabble in subway bathrooms. That's not my thing. I don't really go there. I don't really use them there. I would rather just hold it. But for some people, that's a there's a threshold everyone crosses after the footlong where they need to go. You know.
Absolutely. And it's almost guaranteed that he is a paying customer because of the way his stomach was reacting. Like that doesn't just happen out of nowhere. There were 12 inches inside that man.
Yeah, dude. uh, there's this really unfortunate like overlap between probably mass murderers and like subway patrons. I don't want to draw
Oh
too many
boy.
conclusions here, but like
Hmm.
to be fueled with that type of I don't know if it's like stamina or rage to go on. Like it's stamina, I think. Like 3 meets, they'll really do you, and like 3 meets will get you through that.
Yeah. I mean, Ty, there's way too much overlap with, you know, school shooters, terrorists, subway goers, people who own firearms, uh,
Hmm.
guys who like anime. You know, there's
Hmm.
like way too much of an overlap there. So, I mean, the parallels are, they exist, whether we like it or not.
Yeah. Uh, Unfortunately, I feel like the world is under indexing on the footlongs though, and over indexing on the weapons and the weebos. So perhaps we should like. I hope our podcast, Eric, inspires. Unfortunately, inspires more people to eat Subway. you know,
Oh God.
um, if that's the case, I don't know if we're creating more harm or good in the world. I think everybody plays a part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. We're just one cog in this crazy machine, Eric.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right.
This
Who's to
crazy
say that,
toaster.
yeah, who's to say, you know, what the right side of history is?
Hmm.
I just know for sure that it's, you know, if you go to Subway less, you're probably better off.
Yeah, probably. Everybody's just
Wow.
the one shelf in the bread retarder, and you only ever really see the loaf that you're toasting right in front of you. It's hard to really empathize or acknowledge that there may be other loaves around you that matter too.
Mm-hmm,
But
exactly. Wow,
yeah,
Ty. Well,
pretty crazy stuff
prayers.
happening over in New York. Thank God we're over in boring Vancouver, hey? Where there's
Mm-hmm,
never been a single crime.
mm-hmm. Pray, prayers out to the, you know, New York people who passed away at the New York subway, uh, in the bathroom or out of the bathroom, wherever you may have been laid to rest. We don't know for
Hmm.
sure.
We don't
Um,
know.
but Ty, did
Uh,
you see the on the news here in our hometown? There was a real life toaster oven explosion in that.
is that what happened in Gastown this week?
I
Another
think so.
gas leak?
Exactly. I feel like there was. I mean, somebody took an entire hotel here and turned it into one giant toaster oven.
Damn.
So I don't know. I guess that's what happened, and who knows? Subway's probably to blame as well. There is in fact a subway on that block. Um,
No, this isn't Big Way's fault, Eric. This is what happens when you got to let the professionals do their job. No, you shouldn't be toasting sandwiches at home as an amateur, Like leave it to the artist to do the toasting or it's you're going to create some problems for yourself.
that is correct. Um,
Yeah.
it's just not worth it these days.
Don't toast at home.
Speaking of at home, Ty, I wanted to talk to you about a nice little dish that I've been cooking up, you know, every once in a while. I've been at home. Me and Bae have been making this
Damn.
like 3 days a week, and
You got all the topics today. Look at you. You're like a vegetable. You're the vegetable section of topics.
Mhm.
You're so
I
well
feel like
researched, Eric.
thanks, Ty. I feel like a beta male on this podcast because I have to constantly I have to constantly beg you to record on our scheduled time slot, or else, you know, the breadheads are gonna be left, you know, wondering where the fuck is dad?
While I do like this alpha energy that you're branding me with, I would like to note that you skipped our recording time today to make lunch.
I did not skip it. I postponed it till later in the day, and then, you know, once it hit that later time slot, you know, an hour goes by. I'm like, oh, where the fuck is my co-host? I gotta I gotta let him know that, you know, I'm ready to record, or else, you know, or else we're gonna skip out and all the breadheads are gonna get back to drinking obsessively.
Yeah, we don't want that. Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
but
in goblin mode for a little bit, but I'm here now. We're recording. I want to hear about the weird meals you and your bae are cooking up in the kitchen.
hmm
Is this like
so
is this going to be like a phallic thing or is this like a real dish?
it's a real dish. Ty, this is like basically cartoon food, okay? It's so good. It like shouldn't be real.
Oh,
Yeah, this
so
is like Subway level. It's Subway level saucing, okay?
oh shit, dude! All Subway sandwiches are cartoon food. Like when I'm eating a Subway sandwich, I feel like I'm in a fucking cartoon. It's not just the sandwich; it's the brick walls and like the colors of the paper and the table. Like you're like stepping into like a Nickelodeon land or something, Disneyland when you
100%.
walk into a Subway.
Yeah, 100%. What's that game that everyone was playing like during oh, Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, dude!
It's like
Subway
that.
is
Like
real life Animal Crossing. Holy shit!
I know exactly. Like
They have the same animation style too.
I know. It's pretty funny because the sound artists are not animated at all. They're
Hmm.
just robotic, sad
Yeah,
people.
quite
Um,
stoic in their gestures and their disposition.
Stoic, but
Hmm.
not in the cool way, like the Rick Owens Aesop candle.
No, it's
Um,
more yeah, robotics, more like the Tesla robot, you know?
it's like the robot that shoots like half court jumpers, like like perfectly every time. Have you seen that?
Hmm. I can imagine what it is. You did a great job describing it. I don't need more info than that.
Just imagine a stadium full of
I don't
Japanophiles
need to.
watching. Okay, never mind then.
So wait, what?
Um,
Okay, now I'm curious. A stadium full of Japanophiles, and
okay,
what are they?
so
They're all watching like anime.
yeah, so okay, get this. So Japan, they don't know how to play real sports, right? So they have a stadium filled with Japanese people watching a literally a robot. It looks like some Big Hero 6 shit, right? It's just like standing like at half court and it's just like shooting the basketball like into the hoop like perfectly.
Wow, over and over again. And do they
Yeah.
cheer it on?
Yeah,
Do
they're
they
cheering
clap?
for this robot. It's like there's nothing impressive about this. It's literally a mechanical thing pushing a basketball across the hoop, across the
No,
court into
dude,
the hoop.
that's wild. They're all in a stadium packed full of people applauding a math equation.
Yeah, exactly. That's
That's
crazy.
insane. I mean, like that's probably entertainment to the island nation of Japan because, like you said, there's no sport there. The most interesting sport they ever had was the art of the samurai, and that's been dead for centuries. So now they just have stadiums full of people playing League of Legends. So this is the most movement they've seen in a stadium since the era of the gladiator.
You're right. It's big Japan that's pushing esports, and I'm not here for it.
No, we're an anti esport podcast.
Exactly. If there's an E in front of it, that means you're not using your body, so
Hmm.
therefore it's not a sport. It's a
Yeah,
game. Let's just be real.
yeah.
Um,
We don't do esport. We don't do e-commerce. We don't do email. Don't do iCloud. Don't do email.
exactly. Exactly. Well said. Um, Ty, this is no game though. This food, that I'm making here
Mm.
is so good. It's got, you know, let me just tell you what sauces are on it, and then maybe you can guess what the food is.
Oh, that's a great game. Okay, how many sauces are there? Just so I can like prepare myself.
There's two.
Oh,
Actually,
okay,
hold on. There's two like creamy, okay, two sauces that you might find, you know, in the toolkit at Subway.
okay.
But there are maybe like four sauce kind of condiments. Okay.
Fluids? Would you call
So
them
four
fluids?
fluids, yeah,
Yeah.
including the two like aforementioned Subway sauces. Okay.
Okay.
And then there is two types of seasoning.
Okay.
Okay. Um, yeah, maybe I'll just tell you what that is, and then you can try to guess.
Yeah. Give me the
Okay.
seasoning to start. Yeah.
Seasoning. Okay. Black toasted sesame.
Okay. Okay. Something Asian.
Yep. Number two is a new discovery for me. It's some furiyaki. Okay. This
Sorry.
is
Forkyaki?
furiyaki, I think is the way it's pronounced.
Foriyaki.
Okay. I don't actually know it. This is word of mouth shit right here, but it's from
So
TNT. There's not a lick of English on this thing. Okay. So I'm just using my best judgment.
Foriyaki.
Um,
Okay.
and it's basically like wasabi powder, like toasted seaweed flakes, um, some more sesame, some salt, sugar, etc. And that's all in the one kind of mixture.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay. So it's more, it's like if you get the Italian seasoning at Bosa. This is kind of like
100%.
some sort of a like Asian seasoning.
This is literally the Japanese herbs and cheese. It's like
Cool.
exactly that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
so eclectic.
It's actually fucking
Okay.
awesome, okay? Like it's like sweet, salty, spicy. It's like we go through like a whole jar of it like a month.
Wow. I didn't realize you were hiding this severe addiction to foyoka. Is that what it's called? Fokia?
I think it's pronounced sucky fucky.
Yes. That
Oh fuck.
explains why you like it so much. Okay, so I have some material to work with here. I'm gonna get some sauces. I'm just gonna like go hard out the gate here and say this is probably some Asian inspired dish. Given your history with sandwiches, I anticipate that there is a sandwich like element to it, whether it's open faced on a crusted piece of bread or zipped up in a wrap. Maybe there's like a banh mi thing happening here. However, those are both like fishy sounding seasonings. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is like maybe a take on the fish fillet or like a cod sandwich. Now you don't have to
Wow.
confirm or deny any of these predictions. I'd love to get into sauces with you.
Wow, I love saying that with my artist. I love to get into the sauces with you.
Yeah, let's talk sauces.
Yeah, sauce boss. Well, Ty, these are amazing guesses. But one thing before I move on to the sauces,
Hmm.
what is the Asian equivalent of bread?
Ooh, that's a good question. The Asian, is it a Asian equivalent of bread? A pork bun?
Too similar, too similar.
I'm not really sure, Eric. Is it soup?
No, dude, it's carbs. It's
Oh,
it's
carbs,
rice.
rice. Of course, rice. Duh. Sorry. That was really ignorant of me and maybe a bit racist.
That's okay. Pork bun is hilarious. But the seasoning does go on the rice. So we're one step there, okay?
And this shit
And
comes with a
now
side of rice. I got a little more info.
exactly. Okay, so sauces. Let me just tell
Sauces.
you what goes on the rice, all right? It actually
Okay.
kind of goes on everything.
Okay.
Soy sauce,
Mm-hmm.
sesame oil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is we're having sesame three ways already.
Yeah.
Um, sriracha and Japanese mayo.
Okay. And are you mixing all those together or is each one its own bespoke drizzle?
It's a bespoke drizzle, all kind of contributing to a beautiful rainbow.
Wow. That's a really nice combination of sauces that we don't see anywhere on the Subway menu. And I cook with those a lot, Eric. The sriracha, the heat from that with the salty from the soy and the nutty from the sesame. That's a beautiful combo. I would suggest even like a little bit of a sweetener there too. Some agave or maple syrup could really like round that out.
Okay, Elf. Um,
Yes, I take all my dining inspiration from the 2003 classic film Elf.
well, I think the Japanese mayo is sweet. It has a little bit of sweetness in it, so I wouldn't add
Oh,
any more to that. And also the saki fucky seasoning has sugar in it as well, so that's sweet. So there's no need for maple syrup or candy canes.
but how your spaghetti will be dry if you don't add any sweetener. But I get what you're saying. Okay, so you obviously have thought through balancing the profile of this meal. Um,
Mhm.
it's not that many sauces. You know why? Because I think every sauce has they play a vital role in the play that is
Mhm.
happening on your tongue.
Mhm. It's truly salt, fat, acid, heat.
It really is. Yeah. It's almost like like Shakespearean in the way that it's been coordinated and delivered.
Hmm. So
So,
Tom, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit, and
okay.
I'm just gonna let you know that you are correct in that the core element here is a nice little piece of fish.
Yeah, yeah, I had a feeling. You know why? Because you're a protein daddy. And if this was just some run-of-the-mill Wagyu beef or pork shoulder, this wouldn't be anything to talk about. But I think you're like pretty excited about the deep blue sea. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When you get a fillet on this man's plate, he gets feelings. You're
Hmm.
in your fillets.
I'm catching feelings and fish.
Mm-hmm.
But Ty, let me just like walk you through kind of the construction and then deconstruction and then reconstruction of this dish as you consume it. Are you ready for this fucking bombshell?
Honestly, no, but I'll try my best to follow along.
Okay, get
Hit
this.
me.
So I always, do a nice little bed of rice,
Mm-hmm.
drizzle all my sauces, seasoning, etc. Lay
Mm-hmm.
down a nice little piece of fish. Again, layer on some more sauce. Okay, that's the prezi. All right.
Okay.
Now, once I've done taking my TikTok content, I take
Mm-hmm.
a fork and I mash it all together. So I like
Mm.
flip the, you know, fish into the rice. I put some more rice on top. I like mash it all together, basically until it looks like cat food. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You're turning into baby food to feed to your baby.
exactly. And then after that, I take one of those little snack size boxes of seaweed and I use
Mm-hmm.
that to make tiny little hand rolls of this cat food mixture, kind of like one by one. I, put a little glob of it inside of my hand with the seaweed, roll it up,
Mm-hmm.
and then eat that.
Holy shit! So you're making your own little handheld little maki roll.
Exactly. I'm making cones all day
Damn,
long, bro.
that was an insane twist. There's a few
Yeah.
twists there, but that one that caught me off guard.
Hmm.
Huh?
It's incredible. You could definitely do this with like a tofu or something. I don't think it has to be fish, but you need to try this.
Yeah, I will try this with tofu or maybe there's some beyond cod or something I can pick up.
Hmm.
Wow, Eric, this is I understand how you're describing it as cartoonish because the act of mushing, rolling, and then eating out of your hand feels like it feels very animated. Just I'm imagining it. It seems like some idea that like the chum bucket would come up with to compete with the Krusty Krab, you know?
Absolutely. Ty, in fact, if you just bang your Snapchat right now, you will see a photo of it. And I forgot
Oh,
one key
geez.
ingredient that I added last time. It's a nice little handful of chopped green onions on top.
Holy shit, dude, this looks really good.
Dude, it looks incredible, right?
It looks the same. You obviously this is an audio platform, an audio medium, and the breadheads will not be able to see. Or sorry, we should call them fish heads from here forward. The fish head, because if you're still listening, you obviously
That's
care
a
more than
that's
just
a
grain.
Ty, I have to inform you that is a racial term for
Is
Asians.
it?
You can't say that.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Is it actually? Okay, I'm gonna scratch that from this episode.
Oh boy, that's really funny.
uh, Eric is obviously the cultured one of the two of us, teaching me about
Hmm.
uh, this new world we live in. I apologize to the breadheads and to our Asian community for my ignorance once
Hmm.
again.
Hmm. Ty, they want reparations and they need you to send them each a 6 inch foot long, one
I
or the
don't.
other.
I don't think that a 6 inch sandwich is gonna fly well. But if you drop your Ethereum wallet address in the comment section of our Instagram, I'll make some magic happen. Back to
Hmm.
the sandwich, Eric. This looks like something you get at Dosenko, or dare I say, even like Miku. I'm really impressed by your plating. Why haven't you shared this with me before?
Well, Ty, I had to get it down perfect, and it wasn't really worth sharing until I realized how often I made it. Like the
Wow.
fact that I make this 3 times a week and I'm still not sick of it just tells you how delicious it is. And how easy it is to make. Basically, you just throw some rice in a rice cooker, and then you just make the fish. And that's
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're eating this omega 3 times a week. I don't get it though. I
it.
send you a photo of my lunch literally every single day, and this is the first time this has graced my phone screen.
Wow. Maybe I'm just
Ludicrous.
maybe I just don't think like, wow, Ty would love to see this thing that's going in my body.
Hmm. I usually want to see what goes in your body. This
That's a
is
good
no
point.
exception. Incredible meal, Eric. I'm excited to try it. Well done.
Thank
This
you.
is a Think Fresh exclusive cartoon food coming out of the innovation incubator that is Think Fresh LLC.
Free game, as we call it.
Yeah. The
Wow.
in this case, the game is from the sea.
Exactly. Well said.
Yeah. Well,
I
you've been really
I, I
eating
challenge
well.
you. I I have been, and I challenge you to eat just as well. I want you by next Tuesday to try something similar. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna recreate this dish, Eric. I'm gonna add maple syrup to mine, but I will also sub the protein for perhaps some tempeh or similar,
Ooh,
something texturally equivalent of like a halibut or something. I don't really. What fish are
we
you
like that.
using?
I'm using a piece of salmon.
Salmon.
But as long as it's able to be mushed, I think you're good.
Okay, so you're eating salmon sneakers. Dude, you're
Yes.
taking Gorp Core too far. Eric is taking Gorp Core too far.
Oh boy.
uh, I've been eating pretty good too, Eric. As you know, I was in San Francisco this weekend, whining and dining
Oh yeah.
around the city. Yeah.
We got a lot to
Uh,
cover next episode then.
yeah. We'll have to get into that a little bit more next episode. But I ate this I think I mentioned to you this like sweet avocado toast, but there's no toast. It had a sweet potato tempura as the toast,
We gotta dive into
and
that. We gotta double click into that one because
yeah,
I still have some unanswered questions.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I no doubt, and I have questions for you as well.
hmm
So
You're telling me that you traveled like to a different city, tasted, the finest San Francisco has to offer, and you let me talk for 20 minutes about salmon and mayo.
you said cartoon food, and it piqued my interest. What can I say? uh, the funny thing is, like, all I want to talk to you about is the meal I ate there, and like San Francisco. Like, if you don't know anything about San Francisco, you assume they're famous for their sourdough, right? Like, which is absolutely bogus malarkey. I've never had good sourdough in my life in San Francisco, and I don't think anybody there actually cares about it. Um,
No.
any woke breadhead would probably agree. So
hmm
it was refreshing to order an avocado toast that completely just bailed on the idea of bread altogether. A
hmm
really refreshing. That's how you know you're in at a local brunch spot. They're
hmm
not they're not piping people with the dough.
I know. I can tell that this restaurant, this eatery was, pegging the patriarchy and saying, I don't want to dive into this bread train.
Shit, you just hear that train go by? Yeah, it was a beautiful day. I recorded on my patio. I thought it would be fine, but choo choo, here comes the subway.
hmm Choo choo.
Choo choo.
All aboard the sandwich train.
Yeah,
Stupid.
that's
Um,
crazy. That like you choo choo your sandwich, huh?
hmm And after that conspiracy tie, I think it's time to call it
Yeah,
full
this
six
seems
inch
like a good
episode
time to
today.
bow out. It's been fun talking to you, Eric. I really enjoy our discourse. Makes me hungry. Makes me can't wait to podcast again. Next week,
hmm
Breadheads. I'll give you a scene report on the San Francisco tech scene and many other interesting stuff. And I need to talk to you, Eric, about Subway getting boycotted in Russia. So more on
Boycotted
that.
or did they exit?
Oh, well, we'll get into it next week. That's that's a little cliffhanger for the
hmm
Breadheads.
Nice. I love when we, foreshadow on this podcast because we rarely remember what we're going to talk about anyway.
Yeah. So you might have to listen to the next 3 episodes to hear either of those topics.
Exactly. And scan the QR code. And first person to
Mhm.
do that will get an Amazon gift card.
Yeah, and I'll airdrop you some of the Think Fresh crypto
Exactly.
inch coin.
Inch coin. Okay,
All
Ty,
right, King.
I'm going to go eat and drink.
Me too. Think
Okay,
Fresh,
buddy.
everybody. Ciao.
TF.